Hi Artlings, it's time for font admiration. Where do you go for your typography needs and all that jazz? Hello, I'm Melanie Gruby with Creative Magic, and this is the place for creative souls like us to gather and explore how we and our artistic muses fit into this crazy world. So today, I'm going to look at fonts, but I'm going to tell you why. So lately, I've been building a website. That's supposed to be my focus. There's so many distractions though. Hey, take this course. Hey, trend on social media. Hey, well, you know what? I've never trended on social media. Hey, go live on social media. Hey, give a course. You know, what about my art? What about my website? I got back to building my website and I quickly hit a snag. See, I need a logo for it. And if you've watched my previous videos, you know I've talked about logos, kind of shown you the progress on it, but it's not done yet. So I had 2 starts, but it was time to iron out some of the distracting elements. So I worked on regularizing my MG, smoothing out some of the parts that the vectorizing had kind of manipulated strangely. So now I wanted some professional font for the name part of my logo. I've done my handwritten font for the monogram, and I need the polish and the professionalism of a professional font because people study this stuff. What? So with Adobe Illustrator, the software I'm using, I can download fonts for free from their website. I love all these fonts I'm about to show you, yet I found I have a set of requirements that developed as I compared them. I realized I did not want separated letters, but rather connected script. However, this font is not immediately legible. You have to spend a little time to decode it. This font is a little square and squat. I went more vertical and lyrical. Hey, I think I'm Goldilocks here. And this one, well, it's a little too earthy. This brand needs a little more polish. And this font has too much space between the letters. I want it to be more compact. It feels like the thin strokes on this font are going to disappear when the logo is small. And this font is too thin overall. It doesn't coordinate with the weight of the monogram. And this font, well, it just has too much personality. It's competing with the monogram. So after all this, none of these fonts really did it for me, so I had to look some more. At the back of the book, How to Style Your Brand, Fiona Hummerstone lists websites for purchasing fonts. On the home page for myfonts.com, you'll see featured fonts as well as featured designers. And if you become a member, you can follow your favorite designers and keep up on what they're creating. Let's take a look. As a member, you can also view your order history, downloads, access a web font kit builder. You get your price quotes, your account settings, albums, favorites, tags, and forum posts. I came across DESIGNCUTS.com while I was on Periscope via Twitter, and they feature not only great fonts, but some great font packages. They call them bundles. And in addition to that, they have some great tutorials on here as well. Here's the newest one. I also searched in Google for font foundries, and here's what I found. Get it? Foundries. I found a blog on the font industry. Guess what? They have a blog for everything. And one of the viewers' comments listed a bunch of the independent font foundries. This is typofoundry.com, a digital type foundry in France. They feature beautiful designer typefaces. Now, of course, you can expect a designer price tag to go along with that. This is typography.net, and its designer is Jeremy Tankard, and they're based in the UK. And I found a font that I absolutely love from them called Bliss. Now, all their fonts tend to be more reserved and subtle. This is boldmonday.com. They're an independent Dutch foundry established in 2008. And let's take a look. Oh, look at this cool stuff. You run it over, look, so nice. Okay, so they've got their two designers here, Paul Vanderlaan and Peter Roosmalen. And hey, I couldn't help but check out this one font called Capybara. You gotta love a font that's named after a rodent. And here you'll see how it's used in real life. There's nothing like seeing it in context. And here we have SwissTypefaces.com. Can you guess where they're based? Yeah, it's Switzerland. Hey, there's no charming origin stories here, just the lean precision and efficiency of a Swiss watch. Okay, here we've got fonts.com. Now this website is the opposite of independent. So this is the storefront for one of the biggest companies in the typographic industry, Monotype. They've got offices in the US, in the UK, and in Japan. And they offer over 150,000 font products. Okay, this is fontu.com, another not independent. And I couldn't find any contact info on these guys. Well, that is until I read through the terms of use contract. It makes for interesting reading. It says to contact them via the contact form available on the website. I couldn't find that. Or the email at contact@fontu.com. I did see the address in the legal doc, and they're in Paris. Their video explains that they remove the middlemen intervening between the graphic designer, that'd be us, and the font designer. You do have to install the FontU program on your computer to be able to use their fonts. Now this still wasn't quite what I was looking for. You know, it's hard to meet the requirements and the feel. So I did a second Google search. And this is the last one where I found the fonts I was looking for. It's an independent foundry called P22 Type Foundry at p22.com. They're located in Buffalo, New York, and they feature computer typefaces that are inspired by art and history. They have some beautiful collections here too. And here's the font that I settled on. It's called Marcel. They're also really helpful in their FAQ with answering questions like what is a license, what is our basic license, what is our multi-device license, and also the question that was most important to me was, can I use your font in a logo? Yes, you can. However, a logo fee is required if 1. You are using an illustrative glyph such as an extra, dingbat, ornament, or other artwork. 2. If you are a large company with over $10 million annual gross revenue. Woo! Just made that under the limit. And 3. If the logo is to be used within a large-scale campaign that requires more than 100,000 imprints, etc., etc., etc. Okay, Artlings, now it's your turn. Love a font? Love a logo? Have a website? Share in the comments below. Look, I've just given you permission to shamelessly advertise your website. However, if you gross more than $10 million a year, I will have to charge you a small fee. And thank you, Artlings, for spending your time with me. I loved it. And remember, don't forget to like this video or subscribe. Remember, here it is. Don't forget. Don't forget. And remember, and don't forget. And remember, don't be afraid to spill a little paint, a little ink, or a few pixels. See you next Friday. Bye. Hi, Van.
Hi.
What have you got all over you there?
Handwritten font.
Of course.